Cement is one of the major products needed, for housing development, not just within Nigeria, but in most parts in sub-Saharan African region. However, in recent times, for I'd say in the past 3 years, we have seen the rise in the cost of, the retail price for a bag of cement rise from over 3,000 naira to about 8,000 naira as I speak. And how much of an impact is that having on the housing sector development within Nigeria? And my guest, who is a consultant in quantity surveying and also a former vice president of the Institute of the Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors, Mohammed Kabir Olayiwole, is now with me. Thank you for joining us on Business Daily this morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning,
Nigeria.
Sir. Good morning.
Thank you.
I'd just like to start off with, this skyrocketing price of a bag of cement that has happened recently. A lot of conversations around that. And one of the things that, let me just hear from you. What do you make of that? How is that impacting, your sector, which is the quantity surveying sector of Nigeria?
Thank you very much. Thank you, viewers. It's a very serious issue. In fact, it is, if not that we are in Nigeria witnessing it, if you tell somebody elsewhere, it will be unbelievable. Within 1 week, even within 1 day, you can see price flying from 6,000. It used to be 4,500, 4,000 thereabout. And before you know it, within 1 week, it has gone to double the price. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Something else has to be done. We have regulatory board for this profession, for this industry. Where are the boards? Have their teeth been cut off? They need every sector to do their work. We cannot continue to blame Mr. President for everything. It's a teamwork. We have other layers under Mr. President. We have policymakers, we have policy followers, and we should monitor the policy to make sure that it's efficient to all of us. We are the one killing ourselves in this country.
Okay, you have talked about policies, but we'll go there shortly.
Yeah.
Let's talk to issues around, I would say inflationary pressures, because okay, we have heard from, the major manufacturers and producers of cement in Nigeria. There was a meeting held recently, and they had talked to issues around inflationary pressures, foreign exchange issues, and so many other, monetary or macroeconomic issues, and how much it is impacting the cement industry. But I can see a smile on your face, yes, and I am curious, why are you?
It's funny.
Okay.
If you tell that to my late mother of blessed memory, he will tell me I've not even gone to the airport, if not that I have gone to Hajj. What will I need to do with passport? What will I need to suffer the problem of America when I have not been there once? What's our business with that? We are lucky in Nigeria, my sister. We have more than 98% of the content needed to produce cement in Nigeria. So why do we need to suffer a headache of somebody in America where we have not been there? It's funny. Why do we have to turn a competitive business into a monopoly? If there is no competition, there won't be equality comparison. There won't be competition in terms of economics. This is exactly what needs to be done. Mr. President needs to call a spade a spade.
You've touched on something very important.
Yes,
that is monopoly in the market.
Monopoly in the market causes it. In the recent time, one of the major competitors in the industry came out that they will sell at 3,500, while it was 6,000 by the other major monopoly. And it looks like, why are you going there? Why are you going there? Are we trading Nigeria? We must be fair to ourselves, fair to our country, fair to the nature that gave us all these raw materials. I must tell you that what we need to produce cement, limestone is the key material. We have it abundant in Nigeria. Not only one section of the country. We have in the northeast, we have in the northwest, we have in the southwest. Even we have in the south region. Why do we kill ourselves? Major material that usually being imported is gypsum. It's just like you have cooked all your soup, you want to put pepper. You want to put salt. That's the fraction of gypsum requirement in cement production. And that is being found in northeast Nigeria. So why do we suffer the headache of another country? Why do we compare ourselves with other countries without being on the same basis? You must compare like terms. If you are comparing somebody riding a bicycle with somebody flying in the air, I mean, are they on the same pedestal?
Okay, just to be sure that I'm following you correctly and that our viewers are understanding you, you're saying that a large percentage of the materials needed to produce cement are found here in Nigeria, and therefore should have no correlation with, forex issues, the depreciation of the naira, and all of those macroeconomic terms.
Yes. See, if you go into the configuration of the industry, they make use of very high volume of what I call it, eating system. That same eating system that required for production is required to generate electricity. Go to the one in North Central, I don't want to mention the state. They supply even electricity to the national grid because what they generated became so much than what they needed. So it's a kind of symbiosis in the process. But if you do that, why do you suffer Nigeria for what's supposed to be a gift to the country? We can export, fine, after we have gotten enough. It is because we are not exporting a kind of equilibrium. What you take in is not equal to what you take out. So by so doing, you have too much emphasis on the foreign currencies. So why don't we spend our naira? Whoever that is not ready to buy our product, you leave it. This is what we sell our product. We sell it in naira. Buy in naira, so that naira too will be in competition with the other one. When we were younger, naira became heavier than the other one. Not the era that we are not grown. We are just a teenager. How can you say you have inverted? I saw a write-up when B2 was sold for less than 4,000 naira. Not 4 million, 4,000. And it can be possible in Nigeria. We must encourage ourselves. We have abundant resources in Nigeria. We must not cry of all these things. Population is a power. We are not using it. Instead of unemployment, we should turn it into an advantage that it used to be.
Yeah, you've made a very, very valid point. That is, embracing our natural resources that we are blessed with. Yeah. But I'd also like to talk to issues around monopoly. You touched on that briefly, but like you understand, there was a meeting held recently by, the three major producers, speaking of Dangote, BUA, and Lafarge. And conversations were held around, price and price monitoring and how, to stabilize the price of a bag of cement. And I'd just like to point out that it's not just bags of cement that have increased in price. We've had other raw materials as well, granite, limestone, clay also increase. But one thing that came out of that meeting was the price. Yeah. And I believe the conveyor and participators in that meeting agreed on 8,000 naira for a bag until macroeconomic issues are addressed. But you're saying that's not fair.
Yeah, it's not fair. What are the components? What are the components that have this foreign input? What are the components? They will tell you diesel. What proportion is diesel in this? It's just like let's liken it to charcoal, cooking in charcoal. The kinetics you need to put on charcoal is what? Just put small fuel and put coal, and it will lighten up. And then you can quench any other thing. It will fire on. When you have kinetic energy to kickstart the machine, when the machine is on, it will be generating heat. The heat will generate power by itself. You can use it to run itself. It's just scientific. The technology that we have in this country. We are not being fair to ourselves. Nigerians are the enemies of Nigeria.
Unfortunately so. But let's talk to issues around, how much of a pressure this is having to other value chains, aside from cement or building construction workers now, and owners of, key players within the building or housing industry in Nigeria. For instance, you work, with quantity surveying. How is this rise in the price of basic building materials affecting your own industry?
Honestly, it is affecting us. The fabric of construction has to do with the structure. For you to get the structure on, the binding agent is the cement. It's so pivotal to a lot of things we do in the industry that we cannot. We are looking at alternative materials, but you see, it takes time, even acceptability. Cement is not the only binding material we can use in the industry. There are a lot of researches on our shelves. Have we made use of them? We have a lot of professors in construction industry. We have research industry, even in the industry. Research in industry. We have regulatory agency in the industry. Of what use are we making of them? It's not compulsory that you go into. We must break this monopoly, because monopoly in any business will dictate whatever you want to do that. So we must break monopoly. We were not in monopoly before now. We were not. We have more than 5 major producers. Why do we kill them? We kill about 4 for one to survive. Of what use? He's not sincere to Nigeria. He's not very sincere. And if I see him, I'll put it to him. Because this is a kind of research-based this thing. It's a business. If you have money, you can go into the industry. Minister of Mines and Metallurgy should please come into this issue so that we can open it on the table. And then we will invite, just like we did to telephone. When we were growing up, countable only 25,000 lines in Nigeria. Can you imagine 25,000 lines in a neighborhood? Mm. So, and how much was it? When the line first came, how much? Many people cannot afford it. In the twinkle of an eye, between 2 years, it became something that everybody have it. It's now become a competition. You remember what you call per minute? If you say hello, mistakenly hello like this, 50 naira is gone. Now it is per second. We can do the same in the industry. We must be fair to ourselves. Nigerians all over the world, where you see anything that is best, Nigerians are behind. Why are we working against ourselves? Open this market, let everybody come back and take their role. Nigeria is one of the greatest countries in the world. I
agree, especially in the area of no population. We have the numbers.
Population is a power. We must make use of it. Do you know that the problem we're having on this other thing that I don't want to mention, that is threatening Nigeria? Do you know that if every one of us come to the street and secure our places and make sure that we turn this problem into an advantage, we employ them. Those people that are not gainfully employed, give them a social employment. Let them secure their community. Then turn that on an advantage. The money will vest so much in the defense and security. Spread it among these people, and you get it done. It's magic.
Well said. But there are concerns, around using substandard materials for building due to the rising cost of building materials. Yeah. Is that something that is a problem? And also, there are also concerns around the upsurge in uncompleted buildings due to the rise in the cost of building materials. Would you, from your own lens now, say that is really playing out currently?
Yes, luckily, I was one of the ministerial committee members that investigated collapsed building in FCT about 10 years ago. Now, what do we find out? There are economic reasons to collapse. There are negligence that leads to collapse, and there are lack of implementation from the regulatory agency. These are major key findings that we got there. What do you do what is economic? How would somebody that is not in the industry say you want to go and do that? Will you go into the theater and want to operate somebody, my sister? When you are not a surgeon, it's a taboo. Though some area they do it in the village, somebody will call him, say anybody that wear white that work in the hospital is a doctor. Once a man works in the hospital, they call him doctor. Even if he's a nurse, even something else. But you see, will you allow that to happen? Will you allow somebody to open you without being certified as a doctor? Why will we allow somebody to go and build a house for you when he's not a builder or a construction person? One dangerous thing that happens is that if a building collapses, it doesn't kill only one person. If somebody goes to the hospital to go and operate, it will only kill one person by chance. But if a building collapses, they will not kill anything less than scores. So we must not take chances with our life in the industry. We must regulate the industry very well. We should allow the right person to do the right job. And we must pay them appropriate pricing. And it's not so expensive. We're affordable. Then we must make sure we stay out of quackery by making sure the right person does the right job. That's what
you've talked about regulation, but in 1 minute, because our time is fast spent, I'd like you to speak to specific issues within regulation that should be addressed that are, that have probably been repeated problems within the sector.
Yes, thank you, my sister. Quality control. We have standard organization of Nigeria. Why are they not everywhere? They should empower them. They should collaborate with other sister organizations to make sure that in each area we should police ourselves. Security is everybody's business, including security of our lives in terms of construction. How many road accidents have you seen? They are preventable. Most of these are preventable. We should make sure that standard organization of Nigeria are empowered to be every nook and cranny of the country, and they should do their work actually, and they should be available so that you can quickly report anybody that is doing something wrong. There should be easy means of access. We have telephone now. We should make use of them. All these elderly people, all these unemployed people, let them be kind of outsourced workers that they can work from homes. They can complement the effort of this regulatory body. We must strengthen them, and we must be fair. Mr. President must be firm you must deregulate this industry. That's the only way. If you don't deregulate, we cannot get it right. One man cannot stay here and say you want to supply it to 250 million Nigerians. It's unfair. It's unheard of. The industry must be deregulated. Let the licenses be available. Let them have, and there must be control, so that at least we can have the quality. These are the things we need to do. The cement cannot be more expensive than what we used to have. Go to the other neighboring countries. How much did they sell it? We are cheating ourselves in this country. It's far less a quarter of the price we are getting in Nigeria. Why? Why? We are being pushed to a corner. Mr. President should break this monopoly into the cement and other manufacturing industry in the construction industry. That's the solution.
Mohammed Kabir Olayiwole, who is a quantity surveying expert and consultant, and also the former vice president of the Nigeria Institute of Quantity Surveying, speaking insightfully and passionately around issues, about the rising price of building materials, not just cement, like he rightly pointed. Thank you again, sir, for joining us on Business Daily this morning.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
And this is the point where we draw the curtains on today's edition of the program. Unfortunately, our time is far gone, and this is a conversation that could have gone on and on and on. No. But here we will say our goodbyes. Join us again, same time, same station tomorrow. My name is Chiamaka Enendu. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.